It's technically still fall, so you know what that means. Getting cozy with hoodies, drinking borderline boiling beverages, watching the seasons change, and getting ready for that seasonal sadness. Love-hate relationships. They are the epitome of frustration, and yet it seems that you can't go through life without having experienced one at least once. For me, that relationship is with winter. I flip-flop between, why is it so cold and dark, this sucks, I want to sleep until spring, to, wow, it's snowing and I get to drink eggnog, without any consistency, and it's sort of annoying. However, when I looked up ways to combat this, I was met with something even more depressing. Those stupid self-help sites that tell you what you need to do to not be sad in the most dry way possible. They somehow manage to perfect the look of faux concern, yet come off as completely condescending and are written like the writer is bound and determined to make you take a nap. And I am fed up with this style of info. So here's a version of one of those lists, but in a way that's maybe slightly entertaining and that you can actually get through without falling asleep in 20 seconds. And what's a better way to do that than by building a house? Disclaimer, go see a doc first and foremost if you think you have actual depression. This is just tips to help combat against it, but sometimes it will happen anyway and you can't control that. Step 1. Prepare. One of the most crucial parts of building a house in Minecraft is having a clear goal. That way, you can see what you're working towards and how much progress you've made to get there. For a house, this would mean location, foundation, and relation. Location. Where is your house? Are you going for a scenic villa or a cozy cottage? On a hill or by the sea? In a tree? That, my dear friend, is up to you. Pick a place and go with it. Your foundation is next. Plan your house before you build. And by plan, I mean at least have a loose idea of what the heck you're making. Sometimes planning for me is literally going to Google and searching pretty cottages, then stealing the first one I like. Don't make it complicated for yourself. Relation. Look at your relationships you have and see who you can connect to once motivation gets low and you just want to stay in bed all day. Spam your friend's Discord to get him to play Overwatch. FaceTime your friend until she agrees to play a round or two of Fortnite. Invite people ice skating or whatever seasonally appropriate activity you want to do. That way, you can lift your own morale and boost others. We are in this cold season together. Man up and buddy up. This will also give you motivation to continue work on your Minecraft house. Step 2. Clear the land. If you're not in creative like me, time to grab an axe or TNT and prepare your build site. Naturally, the process of deforestation is going to be a workout, which is also something you should be doing in real life. By workout, I'm not saying you have to become a bodybuilder, of course. Just be active in some way each day. If you got that stoic mindset and you can weather the freezing temperatures, go for a walk. If you're a normal person like the rest of us, do an indoor activity. Even simply getting up out of bed and stretching is better than nothing. Stretching also helps your back to not get hurt after spending hours on your build. After you get a nice plot cleared, it's time for the next step. Build your skeleton. I would say framework, but I like the word skeleton more. Make the beams, doorways, decks, and a roof. You know what else would benefit from having a strong and well-planned framework? Your head. In your downtime between building, pick a topic to learn about and go at it. If you're in school, pick something you're actually interested in to offset the forced learning you're already doing. Personally, I'm going with Spanish, since I already have a long Duolingo streak. But there are plenty of other avenues of independent learning to engage yourself in over the cold months. Step 4. Fill it in. Now it's time to add some walls, floors, and windows. The skeleton was a good start, but in terms of living in it, it sort of sucks. Just like only learning something this winter would also suck. You gotta supplement it with something silly or entertaining. Look at what makes you happy now, like your favorite movies, favorite games, or your favorite YouTuber, and take your mind off of things to do that for a bit. And by the way, something that all fall and winter homes need are windows, by the way. Do not forget these. You need the natural lighting. Step 4. Now we get to decorating. The windows were a good start to make it brightly lit, but we need more. Take the amount of lights you have and ramp it up by roughly 100. All the lights, all the time, make your home happy and bright. This is your haven. Treat it like a palace. Embrace the winter. Become it personified. Pick a goal and go for it. Make the place smell good. Get new candles. Perhaps even buy an electric blanket. Be extra cozy. Speaking of cozy, the best way to design an interior, in my opinion, is by, of course, seeing what other people have done. Stand on the shoulder of giants and whatnot. If someone already put in the work on a cool design, just Frankenstein it into your own. However, if you're going to show off that Frankenstein, make sure you credit who you took it from. There's a fine line between inspiration and stealing. Step 6. Design the outside. While the interior of your home can be more personalized, decorating the outside is a bit trickier, especially since you want to match the house layout and keep the theme consistent. In comparison, you can just switch the themes from room to room if you like for the interior. However, for the outside, you'll need to make another game plan. You can also use another game plan if you want to get better at an old hobby or start a new one, which, by the way, now would be a great time to get to it. Just start planning and doing things with a purpose. Don't impulsively go out and buy a wood carving kit or an electric guitar until you think it through, okay? It's the last thing you need to be sad and also have spent $500 on a guitar sitting in the corner. And of course, add some colored blocks for extra contrast against your wood of choice. Step 6. Now we add the garden. Go crazy, in my opinion. Make a labyrinth. Make a farm. Personally, since I'm in creative and not bound to the laws of gravity like a pleb, I'm going to add a ton of floating lanterns and a cherry blossom tree, alongside a little patio. And then, once your garden's done, ta-da, you have your home. After this, you can add and subtract whatever you really want from the house. That's up to you and your creativity. Other things that you can do that I have found worked really well but couldn't fit into the steps of building a house. Number 1, get a planner. Those things are hard to get used to using, but I started out just by writing down one goal in it a day and trying to do that. After that, I ramped it up to 2 to 3 to now my whole schedule. Which, by the way, is the second thing you can do, which is to have a consistent schedule. The planner, yes, comes in handy for that, but it's not necessary. My main thing to focus on is to eat at the same times, to wake up at the same time, and go to bed. Get close to a consistent schedule. After that, you can fill it in with whatever you're doing in between. In case you're wondering, Carrie, what the heck sparked this video? Well, this was because I'm tired of all those self-help sites that give advice in the most demeaning way possible over a pink background. Why do they all read like they were written by the same person? All this info that I spoke of in this video is basic knowledge that anyone can access just by a Google search. However, this is me compiling what works best for me and wanting to share that info with you. If I can help at least one person not suffer for just one moment this winter, the goal of this video has been accomplished. As always, thank you for watching. I'm in the end games now in terms of this semester, so who knows when the next video will come out. Wish me luck for all of that, because if I don't have the luck, I'm gonna start crying. No, I'm just playing. If you have any recommendations for future videos, let me know, and thanks again for watching. Goodbye.